Good morning everyone. Let's study the engineering skills and constructions of the rulers. During this period, how the engineering skills or the technology was utilized by the rulers. Monuments we can find, especially it provides an insight into the technologies for constructions. When you observe these architectural designs and monuments or historical buildings, we can understand what technology was used for the construction during that period. Some example, when we take how the construction of a roof of a building, especially now in the modern world, we use that columns or pillars or columns, then upon the walls also roofs are constructed and beams also lay on the columns especially. So during that period also, some example when we take on a roof construction, so we can make that these can be by placing these roofs can be made by placing the wooden beams. Yes, crossingly wooden beams were used, or we can find stone slabs also across the walls. When four walls are constructed, across the walls wooden or stab or the stone slabs are used upon that roofing has done. But sometimes it becomes a very difficult task when we want to make very large constructions. If it is small the buildings, it's okay, wooden beams or stone slabs can be placed upon the walls. But very large buildings, how it becomes, or for such kind of super structures, very large buildings, and how these people used to make such kind of roofings. This requires large or sophisticated skills. That means very experienced architects or skilled workers are needed, masons are needed, etc. By the 6th, 7th and the 10th centuries, we can find architects started adding more rooms, more windows, more doors to the buildings also. Large number of windows and doors and etc. started constructing or along with the buildings also. We can find how these were made, especially two horizontal beams are constructed. Horizontal beams were constructed across the two vertical columns. When two vertical columns are placed standing, and upon that horizontal beams were constructed. On the beams, then they used to make the roofs also. So this type of construction is called the trapeze construction. Trapeze or corbelled. That means two vertical columns, upon that horizontal beams were constructed, then for the purpose of the roofing. So that this type of construction was known as the trapeze construction. We can find the largely this type of style was used for the temple construction, mosques, tombs or other buildings, especially step wells also for the use of people. Also the rulers constructed the step wells. From the ground surface we have to go down towards the interior of the wells for carrying water. Some sort of such kind of these step wells especially are called bowdies. Bowdies are the step wells. We can find some examples, Rani Ji ki Bowdi or the Queen's step well, that is located in the Bundi in Rajasthan region, which is the largest among the 50 step wells that were built for the need for water, known for its architectural beauty. Very beautiful construction it is. So that we can find during that period also rulers constructed step wells with beautiful designs, etc. Okay, so this was, we can find that this construction was made in 1699. This construction or this temple was built in 1699 by Rani Nathavat, who was the queen of Raja Anirudh Singh of Bundi. So this type of construction are also very marvelous in their architectural designs. Another construction we can say that Agra Fort, which was built by Akbar, and for the Agra Fort about 2000 stone cutters, 2000 cement and lime workers and 8,000 laborers were needed for the construction of the Agra fort. So these are the different types of constructions, and in its architectural designs they are very famous. In the next class we will study temple construction in the early 11th century.